Hello. First message I see in this freaking chat. If Leo shows up earlier than his usually late time, is he technically early? You know, that's a great question, Master. Fantastic, even. Hello, Master. Hello, Jenny. Welcome to the stream. Hello, anybody else who is lurking or watching. Apologies for the sudden change to the schedule today, just pushing it an hour earlier. I meant to post it earlier in the day, and then I got caught up doing some chores and some other stuff, and then before I knew it, it was like half an hour before the stream, and I was like, or half an hour before I wanted to do it. I was like, oh boy, I gotta post this and hope people see it. Hello, Cammy. Welcome to the stream. Hope y'all are doing well. It's a very nice day here for me. Like 70 degrees and sunny. Good stuff. But yeah, one of my friends is around tonight to hang out, and I didn't expect them to be around because I thought that they had plans, but it turns out they don't. So just wanted to push this a little earlier so I could make sure that we could hang out. So I do have a... Hello, Kirby. Welcome to the stream. I do have a hard stop today at 6:30 my time. So wherever we're at in the game, if I get to a good stopping point shortly before that, I'll probably stop there and then just chat until about 6:30. But if I haven't gotten to a good stopping point, like regardless, I have to stop at 6:30. So just so everybody's aware. Castle Brennenberg and its spooky endeavors await us, or more accurately, we await Leo. Leo has arrived, and therefore Castle Brennenberg is next. Sneaky little guy moved it up, almost didn't even notice. Trying to keep the hypest guy out of the stream, shame on you. That wasn't the intention, no. But I'm glad you saw it in time. And I'm glad you made it as well, Jenny. Warm finally for me, but it's still cloudy. 75 Fahrenheit. 75 is good. I'd say 60 to 70 is my ideal. I like it a little cloudy, personally, just because I burn really easily in the sun. And if I can avoid that, that would be awesome. 70 in Celsius, that's like 20, right? I don't remember the formula off of the top of my head. Let's see. Fahrenheit to Celsius. Yeah, it's like 21 Celsius. So for people who use Celsius, my ideal temperature, personally, is 15 to 21 degrees Celsius. 60 to 70 Fahrenheit. All right. We hydrated. We ready for some spooks? Somebody just decided to scream in my ear as soon as I launched the game. That's wonderful. I think I looked last time and there wasn't a way to like increase the brightness, right? Oh, I can, but I have to... Like, I'm just looking at your screen. Let's see. That's interesting. On my screen, that changes it a ton, but it actually doesn't look like it's changing it on the display screen for you guys. Florida's the only place I've ever gotten sunburnt. Florida's a good place to get sunburnt. A lot closer to the equator. Sun's a lot stronger. Unfortunately, I'm weak to the sun, so I burn very easily. When I did my Italy trip last summer, it was 90 to 105 degrees every single day. Like there was a stretch, I think when we were in Florence, where it was 100 degrees for like 3 days in a row or something. Like we went there during the middle of a heat wave. It was a fun trip. It was fun visiting all those places, but man, that heat was brutal. And I got such a bad burn. Like the one day I decided to go to a pool at this place we were staying, I just got the worst burn on my shoulders. Like putting on my shirt in the morning, like it hurt just feeling my shoulder, like my shirt touching my shoulder. Divide by 2, subtract 15, I think is the formula. I like cold weather. Colder the better. You can always put on more layers. Only can take so many off before you can't take off. That's also true. Yep. It's easier to get warm than it is to get cool. It is a good start, Jenny. Yeah, it bodes well. I did go to Italy, Cami. Yeah, it was a big, humongous family vacation that we took in the summer. We went to Venice, Florence, and Rome. So saw a bunch of the big sites there. It was like 2 weeks long. It was fun. I'll have to try and show some pictures I took at some point. I tan fairly well. Even in winter I get tan? Damn. I can't relate, but I wish I could, Master. Am I dumb, but how does the math, Master? I mean, the math works out at least for 70 there. 70 divided by 2 is 35, minus 15 is 20, and the formula came out with 21, so it's pretty close. That's probably like the shorthand version, but then the faster one is, or the accurate formula is a little longer. Genetics, I guess, Cammy. I turn pretty dark if I actually tan, but I have an irrational fear of skin can. That's another, yeah, that wouldn't be fun. That's why I'm a homebody. If you don't leave your house, it's harder for that to happen, right? I mean, it can happen to anybody at any time, unfortunately, because that's just the nature of it. But your risk is a lot lower if you're not going outside a lot. So if there's anything that VTubers and weebs and introverts all have in common, it should be less chance of a sunburn that leads to something worse. True, you could just look at you put on some like beach sounds. You put a scene of a beach on the TV. You take out a drink if you're of drinking age. Maybe you get like a kiddie pool and fill it with some water. You can sit in that in your swimsuit, and you're good to go. You don't actually need the beach. Come on. Come on. You can do it at home. Only works sometimes, different if it's negative or other factors are at play. Also, the trade-off of not getting sunburnt easily is the fact that I'm prone to strep throat.
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a baron is that of a prison.
It's a give and a take, I guess, yeah.
This is where criminals are locked up.
Don't get sunburnt often, get strep throat
Very
often.
much so. Come,
They
don't
both
linger.
suck for different reasons. I don't know which one I dislike more. I think I've only had strep a couple times, thankfully, but that really sucks. Like, swallowing anything hurts. Like, trying to, like, you have to keep drinking water, but then swallowing the water hurts. It's like, damn it. Like, now what? When I had COVID, I think I actually caught COVID on my trip to Italy, which was an unfortunate way to end the trip, because I came home and then like a day and a half later I tested positive and I felt miserable for those first couple days. But the worst part for me when I had COVID was the horrible, horrible sore throat. Like, Everything hurt. Eating hurt, drinking hurt, just like swallowing my spit hurt, talking hurt, like, oh my god. I hated it. I'm sorry to hear you have strep now, Cammy. Hopefully it isn't a super bad case. Tell this freaking guy to stop screaming over there. What the hell is this? Alright, I'm going to slightly increase the volume a little. Hello, Kirby. Welcome back to the stream. I just saw a Lamborghini. Lamborghinis are nice cars. I don't pay too much attention to cars, but I know those ones are good. Or just drown. I mean, chill in the tub. Yeah, that works. I got bronchitis once, never had strep. I don't know if I've had bronchitis, but I can't imagine that's fun to have either. I can talk normally. Last time I couldn't because oh yeah, I mean, scarlet fever plus strep? That doesn't sound fun. I do remember you saying that you're prone to both of those, though. What, am I in some, like, underground prison or something?
What is this?
Rats? Ugh. There's one thing I really don't like about New York City, it's the rats. There's way too many. It's disgusting. And the size, they're so big. Remember the last time I went to New York City, some of my friends and I met up for dinner one night to get ramen. And we were just sitting outside the... Or not sitting, we were standing outside the restaurant talking before we all left. And I saw some movement out of the corner of my eye, and I looked down, and one of the gigantic New York rats had just scurried out from, like, the sewer or whatever, and it was just sitting right next to my friend's shoe, touching his shoe. Like, he looked down, he freaked out, he, like, kicked at it, it ran away. Disgusting. Oh, hello. Hi. No, don't mind me. Don't mind me. Oh my fuck! He runs fast. Jesus. Fuck, man. God. Leave me alone. Yeah, you can't run through that door, you idiot. Why did he run so fast? Took a lot less time to get jump scared for the first time today. That's for sure. I'm just gonna wait in here for a little bit. Had COVID twice. First time was bad, full body aches and terrible headaches. Second time was better. Yeah, it's definitely not fun. Same thing with me. I could never memorize cars. I'm the same. I know some brands, but like, there's a lot of logos that if I look at it, I don't know what they are. Voices are meant to be spirits and other spooky stuff. It's good for the atmosphere. I don't like all these rats. Like, oh my god, there's a freaking like fly crawling in my vision. Did you see that? My dumbass memorized cars. Hey, I mean, if you like them, then there's no problem knowing them. My brother got all the good genetics health-wise. Not looks, though. I got those. Trade-off. Good looking, but more prone to getting sick, or healthy, but not as good looking. Tough choice. Now you just need to have a third sibling who has the best of both worlds. Rats and mice are cute. I love them. I think mice are cute. I don't think rats are not cute, so to speak. I just don't like the giant New York rats. Ramen is my favorite food. I've only had it a couple times, Kirby. And it's because I like how it tastes a lot. Like, I really liked the place we went to. But the issue I have is I don't know how to use chopsticks. So I feel like an idiot when I go to the restaurant, you know, because they give you chopsticks. And I'm too proud to ask for a fork, you know? I don't want to look like an idiot using a fork. Not that you're an idiot if you use a fork. I'm just saying, you clearly then are like a noob at eating ramen. And I don't want people to know that. So I just try powering through. And eat it with the chopsticks, even though I don't know how to use them, so I'm dropping the noodles all over the place. But it is good. It's very tasty. He is a fast boy, Ken. The amount of footsteps and noises and stuff that it's playing is very disorienting. It's making it hard to tell if there's actually like an enemy around the corner or if it's just noises that I'm imagining.
But Mother, I don't want to leave without you.
Hurry, child. You must go. Find Gabriel, the Outrider, and tell him to alert the King's men.
You ran so fast because you turned around and showed off the Leo
Please,
booty.
we don't have time to make the hole any wider.
You know, I can't. Here's the thing.
Someone is coming.
Leo
Hurry.
here
I'll cover the
skips
hole
leg
with the
day,
bed.
right?
Everything will be
Because I
fine.
hate it.
I promise you.
It's so hard. I feel like I'm actually dying when I do leg day. I'm totally fine on all of the other days. Chest, arms, shoulders, back, I'm fine. I even enjoy it. Leg day, I feel like I'm going to faint. It's so hard. I don't know how people do it. So I don't think I really have much that he'd be wanting to chase. Leia, on the other hand, that's different. He might want to chase Leia. She doesn't skip leg day. But I would sacrifice myself to have him chase me instead of Leia if it came down to it. Wow, a hidden passageway. I was wondering why I could move the bed, but I guess that explains it. I don't really want to go down there until I have fully explored this area, though. So I'm going to hold off for now. I'm going through my oil really fast, so I need to use these tinderbox things more often. When you hallucinate, you see the bug stuff? Okay. How do you restore the sanity, though? Just by staying in the light, right? So I should probably just, like, sit next to this light for a little bit. Skill issue. Jenny's right. I got chopstick first try. Damn. I wish I could say the same. I don't understand how to hold it. Like, I don't get how that leverage thing works. Like, I kind of started to figure it out as I was going through that bowl that I was having with my friends, but I still didn't quite get it. A little bit. Laudanum. I think I have that. So that also heals your sanity? Actually, the sanity got better. It said head pounding, hand shaking. Now it's just a slight headache. You guys will have to teach me how to use chopsticks correctly, I guess. Recommend me a video to watch or like a chopstick simulator game. I don't know. I need to figure it out so I don't look stupid when I go out. I forgot Leo works out. I do. I skip sometimes just if I'm super busy or lazy, but I try to do it every week. I get very... I really like the feeling of satisfaction as you go higher in the weights and the reps and stuff. Like, that feels rewarding to me. Like, then I feel good. Like, I want to keep doing it so that I can continue to raise my reps or my weights. Obviously, seeing improvement in how you look is nice, too. I definitely look better now than I did 2 years ago when I started. But I'm a numbers guy, so I like seeing the numbers go up. Light prevents it from falling further. Took me years to learn chopsticks. Damn, so everybody knows how to use chopsticks in this chat other than me? Working out at all is most people, so give yourself a pat. True. Yeah, I put it off for a long time because I was like, I'm lazy. I get tired easily. People are like, working out gives you energy. Just work out, you'll be... I'm like, no, working out will make me tired. What are you talking about? I'm physically exerting myself. But I've got to say, once I started getting used to working out, it kind of does give you energy. Like, it's not wrong. Like, I have my pre-workout drink with the creatine and all that stuff. I do my workout, then I have like a smoothie or just some like nice cold drink afterwards to reward myself. I feel good when the numbers go up. It's good stuff. Please stop screaming in my ear. Oh my god, he's breaking in. Oh my god, I'm fucked. I am so fucked. I'm going insane because I'm in the dark. I don't want to put the light on because he's right there. I'm a BRB. Good luck, Leo. Thank you, Jenny. You're leaving me in a bad situation, so hopefully I can get out of it. We'll find out. Good luck in whatever you're doing to BRB. Break this with something? The hammer? No. Come on, if it's a weak lock, I feel like I should be able to break that with my hammer.
Where is she? Where did she go?
Does anybody else do that? Especially if you're talking a little faster, you like mix up the starts of two words and you just totally butcher it.
Making things worse.
I did there. A weak walk
This is no
instead
place
of
for a
weak
young
walk.
girl all by herself. She could
It's like
be
a tongue
hurt or
twister.
Worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there.
I'm not sure what you're referring to there, Master. I didn't see anything in the chat. Ooh, a chipper. Okay, another tool. Was there a message that you sent that disappeared? At Master? Or was it some other message? Yeah, I didn't see anything after Jenny's. Alright, hydration. It was an old message from the start of the stream resent and disappeared. Did you delete the first one before you sent it again? It's possible that YouTube saw a duplicate message and thought it was spam, so it just automatically deleted the second one. Maybe? Because I do know that YouTube has some anti-spam thing that it does. So it might just look for similar, like, repeated messages and then remove copies. If it's from the same person. Sorry to interrupt, continue being spooked. No, no problem. I realized that I forgot to tweet on Twitter that I was live, so I was just doing that anyway, while I was checking the chat. Okay. So I think we did this whole hall. I feel like we've been down here. Well, maybe not, because I didn't have that. I feel like we went down there. There was like a path. That guy is down there, so I'm not going to go down there. That's locked. So I need to find a key for that. There was a locked door somewhere over here, right? Yeah. Can I use the chipper on it that I got? Nice. So, fill up our lantern. Was that all that was in here? No other, like... I mean, not that oil is bad to get, but I'm surprised that... I would have made a map by now. You have good spatial memory. Honestly, I would say that that's one thing I'm pretty proud of with myself, is I do feel like I have pretty good spatial memory. Like, generally, if I drive somewhere relatively nearby once, I just remember how to get there, and I don't need to look it up again. If it's farther away, I might need to look it up a couple times. But I feel like, generally speaking, I'm pretty good about just making a mental map in my head as I'm going places. Like, when I was a kid and my family would go to Disney for vacations, I was always the map guy. Like I'd be pushing, or they'd be pushing me around in my little stroller, and I'd have my map of the park we were in, and I'm just directing them where to turn and stuff so that we can get to the rides I want to get to. Alright, well, we made it out into another big underground area. Stairs that go up over here. Path, what seems to be a bigger open area. This is locked. That's locked. Kitchen. More stairs that go up. Crystal clear sanity, nice. I need to look for landmarks, blue mailbox, purple card, dentist building. If I don't follow the exact same path, I get lost. Landmarks are a good way to start with the mapping. $22 tinder boxes. Alright, definitely need to use that more. Got a bunch of green stuff over there. A note.
2nd of August, 1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennenburg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
Nani? Doesn't sound good. Okay. Running out of tinder boxes is much more preferable to running out of oil. That makes sense, because there's definitely going to be places where you have no, like, lanterns to use the tinder boxes on, where you kind of have to rely on the oil, right? So it's better to conserve the oil and use the tinder boxes when you can. Speaking of tinder boxes, 2 more. Ow. You know, I should have assumed that it was acid, given that it's glowing green. Oh well. So I'm probably going to need this acid for something, right? So I need to, like, find a vat that I can put it in. I just have to remember that it's here. I like Daniel's VA, such a good one. Yeah, I've been pretty Pretty pleased with the performance there. Why? I'm just holding this this pig in front of me so he doesn't see me if he walks all the way in. Please don't. Please don't come all the way. Alright, it looks like he left. So I think I went down to the right to start. I came out here, so I haven't gone this way. Alright, so we're gonna have to go down this path to the right. Very winding area.
Is he safe? Well, it's for his own good.
What? Wasn't the sign pointed in the opposite direction last time?
Soon it will be ready. Let there be enough time.
Oh, okay. So I did a big loop.
Hey! Anybody! Help! Christ. I don't believe this. Why? I mean, why? What did I do to deserve this? I mean, it can't be. Do I deserve this? It wasn't my fault. Why did he have to go in there? Don't go into burning houses. He should have known better.
All right. Hey, a tinderbox. Nothing behind that. Okay. Is this guy alive? Is he gonna jump at me? Why he gotta be all caked up on my screen like that? Alright, so that's not like a box that I can loot, I guess.
3rd of August, 1839. I feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennenburg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees. Following the winding road leading to the gates gives the impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a peculiar but gracious man. He seems well versed in worldly matters and is not at all as eccentric as I assumed. My room is exquisite, and I'm confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match it. As the sun sets on Brennenburg, its fairy tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
Sounds like a nice castle. I'd love to live there. Hotels be damned. Brennenburg all the way. Yeah, aside from like the creepy mass murdering and human experimentation and stuff that's going on, it sounds good aside from that. You just have to be, you know, just brush those aside. You know. Hey, the nightly rent is, the nightly rate is cheap, right? Sometimes you gotta put up with stuff like that. Don't. I got nowhere to hide, so I'd really prefer if that guy did not come in here. If he does, I'm gonna have to throw this rock at him. Sans the horror, agreed, yeah. Yeah. That's an important piece.
He escaped? Where is he now?
Does that count as damaging it? Oh, maybe that's what you need the acid for. The acid will weaken it enough that then you can break it. But how do I get the acid over here is the question. Because I don't have a... like, that.
Hey, you! Stop!
Don't come any closer. I just want to leave.
You can't go outside. It's too dangerous.
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
It just chained up whoever that was. So I got a guy all the way at the end of the hall. He just turned the corner. Okay. So I can't get into this room. I believe there was a left I could take over here. No. This must have been the left. So he went that direction. Which I assume is the direction I need to go, because this is also blocked. Yeah, that's the bad... Was there not another path here? I felt like there was. I must be thinking of a different hall then. So, how can we get the acid from the kitchen? Just trying to like map this out in my head right now. Staircase in there. So that is like a square area that wraps around. Off to this side, there's this room, which I explored. There was like a note over there. And it doesn't seem like there's anything else in here to take. There's this room, which had the dead guy. He's on top of a table. Again, don't see anything that I missed loot-wise. And you can keep going. So this is a dead end. Those rooms look like they're exactly the same. I came from that way. This is the square that wraps around. So this will turn to the left. Then there's this hall. I barely have any oil left. I just need to, like, put on as many of these things as I can. That would be an interesting idea, Master, yeah. This was locked, I think? Yeah. This is locked. So then this is the kitchen. Where the vat is. Oh, is there anything in the actual kitchen that I can use to take some? So it doesn't seem like it's actually an item I need, but something I can put into it. There must be something in here that I can use. But it doesn't seem like there is. Is it something from a different room that I have to carry all the way back here? And then scoop it up with? But I can't remember anything in the other rooms that seemed like a good container. Like, what would acid not even melt? Small object from a different room. I assume it's a different room. Like, all right, well, I've already gone through the kitchen, so it must be in the area that I came from. There must be something that I missed in one of those rooms that would let me... That's the dead end. That would let me... Because it was what? That was the chicken area? Not chicken. The kitchen area and the storage area. So there must be something in the storage area that I can use. This is a dead end. I feel like playtesters are like, why can't I put stuff in the acid? And the devs are like, okay, fine, you can. Yeah, it could be. The chicken area is most often found in the kitchen. The logic there makes sense, yeah. Where else would you put chicken if not in the kitchen? Alright, I'm gonna do that strategy where you're just always hugging the, So this is definitely where you need to bring the acid. On this, like, poor padlock. It's just a matter of where do I get something that I can use to get the acid. I was kind of hoping that there would be like a blocked entrance there. I don't, this area's, it felt promising. If I can't get in there, then... Right? And there was no other, like, path. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. So let's just keep going. There's no way to, like, get inside that area. Right? There's no, like, hidden... What about this? Most acid seems to either work on organic or inorganic, so you could use the opposite to store it. It seems to work on both, so I'm not sure how it would hold it. Does it even... Exactly, like if the barrel can hold it, then why couldn't that, like, bucket? Like, maybe this thing? Can I carry this all the way back and put it in here? Alright, let's try it. There's another bucket right here. Just to be positive, there was nothing here. All right. I'm gonna try just taking one of these buckets back with me. Alright, fingers crossed. I can fill this bucket. Well, it's not dissolving. What am I, too big brain or something? You're telling me it can sink into the acid? And now it's full of acid? Right? It's just chilling in there? Ow! Come on. But I can take it back out and it's not full of the acid? What the heck? Am I just like being stupid about something? What am I not getting? It's an inventory item, not something you hold. Okay. So then it's an item that I missed. So it's a glass jar. I don't want a backseat. Okay, well at least it's good to know that it's an inventory item then, because it's clearly not in the kitchen. I have to find something in the storage area, bring it back to the kitchen, fill it up with this, then go back to the storage area to that weakened padlock and use it on that. Alright, well. I have no oil. So this might prove troublesome. Back to the storage area, I guess. Right, and these are locked. Yeah. I thought your heart got spooked too much and you died. Thankfully, no. Thankfully, no. Alright, okay. So I was saying earlier, I'm going to do the strategy where I just hug... I'm going to hug the right side. And I'm just going to keep following the right side until I come back to where I currently am. I will go every right direction I can. Okay. Wait, have I not been in this room? Because there's stuff right here.
4th of August, 1839. The nightmares woke me in the early morning, and for a moment I forgot where I was. Shortly after, there was a
Alexander,
knock on my door. Alexander,
you're gonna heal
had
my
heard
night terrors?
Screams and asked me to join him in the parlor. As we drank our tea, Alexander began to tell me what he knew. It seems like the orb I found casts a long and dark shadow. It's not only a powerful item, but a dangerous one. Simply by touching it, you invoke the powers within, and if you are too weak to control it, it will devour you. The shadow is a sluggish thing, lagging behind the wielder, killing anyone or anything in its path to reclaim the orb.
This orb seems
I said I didn't care about it.
more trouble than it's worth.
And I should throw it away. Alexander advised against this, as I'd still be a part of the path to the orb and eventually suffer death. Having the orb, I would at least have the chance to fight back when the time came. I asked Alexander what he meant when he said he could protect me, and he answered that things can be done, but at a price.
It's always at a price. Oh boy. So evidently I never came into this hall before. Because I hadn't been in this room and I hadn't been in that room where that guy was. I don't know how I just entirely missed this whole hallway. I'm not in here, bro. Trust me. Trust me. The maze wall approach worked, I guess. Yeah. That's a surefire way to solve a maze. So, for a thing like this where there's a lot of exploring and it just is a big underground maze, I guess my mental brain map that I was putting together completely forgot about this, so... So, more oil is good, thank you. But still nothing in this room? And nothing in that room? Oh, there we go. There's the glass jar. Nice. More oil. All right, now we're in business. We got some oil. We got this jar. So... we got an enemy down here, though, which is where we need to go again. So I'm going to go to the left. Okay. Okay. Get the acid. Get back to that door that had the weak padlock. Nice. Enemy thinks they're being slick. They want to come into my kitchen. Just love coming at me at the worst times. A little dark up there. What are the odds he's waiting in the darkness for me? No, he like despawned or something. Okay, cool. So that was where I just went. Which means that's not where the weak padlock was. It's somewhere else. This was a dead end of 3 rooms, so it's not there. Now, this is where I came in. Right? Alright, so here's the bad one. Here's the acid. Now I'll use this. Nope. Alright, you can turn the I'm getting attacked noise off. I escaped. You don't need to keep blasting my ears with it. What the heck is this?
So you used the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we won't be using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today. Come, this way instead. We're almost there.
Okay. So there's like a path over there and a giant door here. I imagine I can't go into this door yet. Yep. There's a ladder. Needs to be greased. Alright, so I'm gonna have to find something to grease that so the ladder will come down so I can go up there, I guess, which is what this path is gonna be for. So I have to raise the water level before I can do that, okay? How convenient that I have this jar now. So, I guess I can probably grease this thing with that. How come I can't put that oil in my lantern? Smash it. What do you mean? Can I throw something at it? Can I raise the ladder and drop it again? Nice. Okay. Just have to keep doing this until it breaks it. There we go. Alright, so now I can go up here. So I guess where I actually need to go is down there. So I'm going to have to find something to lower the water with. But I can't lower that one. Only some oil do a slow burn, which is what the lantern does. Most combust when ignited, which you don't. That's good to know. That explains it. So I guess only this one can go down. Alright, well I'm gonna check out this control room.
Did we find this one?
An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way we planned.
Yeah, Master, I feel ya. I think I'll give it a couple tries thinking about it, and then if I can't get it quickly, then I start getting annoyed and I just transition to the brute force method. At some point, you're bound to get it. If you just brute force enough combinations. I'm not sure what that's moving. Oh, those bags. I don't see what those were doing. Like, how is that even... I guess I'd call it like 6 or so factorial combo, but with 2 levers or a 3-digit code. How hard could it be? Right? Yeah. Now for this thing, right, there's 2 possibilities for each thing. So that would mean 2 to the 3rd, so there's 8 possible combinations. I thought I heard a click at some point while I was moving it. Well, I did something. I guess there was a... I just had to listen for that click and stop it at that point. Alright. Well, I did whatever that is. This looks like the same thing again. Okay, or not. How about over here? Heavy gate. Oh boy, a lot of levers. And a note. The work I've put into this machine is unequaled by the reasoning of any man. The thought that generations of men have passed away since I first attempted to reconstruct the design is tiring. The limitations of this world have made my work incredibly difficult. Mood. It has forced me to build the thing almost 100 times larger than the delicate contraption it tries to emulate, not to mention the flow of tamed lightning, crudely replaced by pressured steam pushing its way through pipes and turbines. It shames me to think of what the inventor would have thought of my monster. Where he works with a magnifying glass to carefully fix parts, I pushed 5 men to erect a tower of wrought iron in the hope that it will have even the tiniest hint of the power in the Traveler's Locket. Passcode only works if you wait a tiny bit of time. Guess it's a little bit more secure. Most people will scroll combos and yank the lock immediately. Makes sense. Hello, Julian. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so those are also all locked. So I think... Alright, so what about over here? Wooden crank, okay. Another key item, I guess. You've joined in time to witness Leo content at its finest. Oh boy. Is this like a big area or something? So that brings it down. Brings it. And there's no note over here. Okay. So there needs to be some combination of these things. Do you want it to go all the way down? Okay, that seems good.
Daniel? Is that you? What are you doing?
Oh, that's already all the way down, so that's where you want it. Oh, is he actually talking to me right there? And then... that's nothing. This room doesn't have... Do I need that wheel? Cowboy is short for yeehaw. The emoji there. This room doesn't... I feel like this is deceptive. Do I have to like knock that loose maybe? No. Because it looks like... Oh wait, no, those are hooked up, so if one of the wheels turns, then that should also turn. And then... so this is already set. That's set. Oh, so maybe this whole area was just to lower the water level? Like that's what these pumps that it's controlling are for? Thank you, Master. So, what's over here?
You're conserving water from the spring.
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain
If this is
sewers
blood
to
in the
some
water, then is
extent.
there another one of those
Also, it
water-like
can be used
monsters
for
over here?
all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking.
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like water mills.
Exactly.
Okay. Tinder, okay. There's the enemy.
7th of August, 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts a lot of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to embrace the supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon, where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man, paralleled only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.
All right. All right. Hydration break. Man, I really wish that there was just a way to keep tea, like hot tea, hot for longer. Like, my enjoyment of it goes down so quickly as it gets cold. I don't know if that depends on the type of tea. Maybe it's just like, is there cold tea versus hot tea, or is tea supposed to be hot in general? I don't know. But whatever it is, I vastly prefer this when it's hot, and then I start getting that like, like you know that like reaction you have when you taste something really bitter, like alcohol, let's say, like, and then you kind of do that like thing. Like, that's how I feel with the tea when it starts getting too cold. Would in a mug with a lid work? Potentially, yeah, like one of those heat or cooled maintaining thermoses that just keep it whatever temperature, or try to keep it whatever temperature it is when you put it in. It might. Alright, so let's turn this thing. Okay. Tea can be cold, but I think that's iced tea, but the sweetened kind, the unsweetened kind, which are very different. South of the US gets mad if you think they're the same. Yeah, I know in the South, sweet tea is very popular. I am not from the South, so I like the Arizona iced tea. Whoops. But I haven't had any, like, homemade iced teas. Water is slowly filling it. Okay. Oh, so I bet each of these 3 directions must have one. Is there a lever that I missed? Because it looks kind of like if you jump into the water, you're screwed. Like, I don't see an easy way to get back out. Arizona's the goat of iced tea. Arnold Palmer's good too. Yeah, Arnold Palmer's a classic. Ow. Damn. I didn't realize that that steam would hurt me. Oh. Damn, Daniel. Run a little faster, why don't you? So that just turned them off. Nice. Damn, Daniel. Man, that's such a throwback. Oh my god. I had like blocked that out of my brain until it just popped back right now when I was reminded because the character's name is Daniel.
8th of August, 1839. I could never be certain until today.
Isn't
that
Arnold
I was
Palmer
on
the one
right
who,
path.
like, they always want to
Using my
keep the
orb,
price at $1
Alexander managed to
or
channel its
$1.39
power
or whatever?
unto us. The inner sanctum flared with blue, fiery light, and I could feel the same things I felt in the dark chamber in Algeria. It was like standing in a mad whirlpool of impressions. It was terrifying, but Alexander kept calm and wielded strange tools of science in order to tame the storm. Suddenly, the blue light was stained by strains of red, and the walls burst with pulsating tissue resonating with the scene. Alexander quickly covered the orb in some cloth, and the unspeakable thing vanished. Apparently, the orb's shadow is closer than Alexander thought. He said I should prepare for a warding ritual tomorrow. I'm not sure what he expects, but I have a bad feeling about this.
Alright. Arnold Palmer is a golfer who has... Yeah, I think that's right. Oh, the owner of Arizona. Okay. Not the water monster. So I still need to figure out how to get over here. I'm just gonna assume that I can jump in the water and find my way across like that. Yeah, okay. Or not? You're telling me you can't jump this high, Dan? You can't climb onto this? My god, dude. How? This is like 2 inches tall. Jump. Jump, dude. Put your lantern down and jump. And you can't move this rock? Like, you can't just push that off so you can climb on? Or these ones? Like, the game just set up invisible walls so you can't come up here. So all I want to do is get right there, right? So to get there, it's going to make you get up here and climb across to that. So you have to come over here. But the only way to get up here, apparently, is by crossing that. But there's no... Is there an obvious lever that I'm missing? I don't see one. You ever tried to jump vertical in water? Way harder. Yeah, it's definitely harder to move up. Yeah, I'm not faulting him for that. But, yeah, the fact that he could just easily pull himself up. And look at that. Like, this can't be very high out of the water. Like, maybe a foot. Given my height. Like, I'm assuming I'm only, like, knee-deep in water right now. So this thing is maybe waist-high. Like, come on. Just literally just, like, bend over and push yourself on top of it. So where is the inevitable, like, lever that I'm missing to just drop this? Or is that what it wants you to think? That there is a lever, but that's not how you do it? Alright, well clearly you can't jump up over here. Yep, I've come to the impression that it must be lowered, game. Don't you worry. Well, all right. Achievement unlocked. Pipe worker. Cool. Daniel is speculated to be about 6'1" when compared to the in-game models. Oh my god, this guy has literally zero excuses.
It is still early, and Alexander is busy preparing for the ritual later today. Seeing him this worked up makes me question why. What does he stand to gain? I realize he is curious about it all, but surely there must be more. Is he so foolish he will attempt to tame the power of the orb? I must admit that yesterday, when Alexander flooded the inner sanctum with blue light, I realized we had but graced the orb's true potential. This might turn out to be more than escaping a creeping shadow. It might be the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
Okay. So, repair the machine powering the eastern bridge. So I've done all the redirect stuff. Orb. So I guess the question is, did I do everything I needed to in the control room, and now I have to go down there? Because I assume the water level is lowered. Or have I already done it? I guess we'll look over here because I assume It's drained over here now? Relax, Daniel. You're okay. Oh my god. Chill. So basically, I didn't finish the control room. I drained the water to get down there. What's gonna have to happen is I missed something in the control room. I go back in there, I'll fix the bridge, it will come down. The vaccine that I need must be up here, and then I can go down there. So, what did I miss here is the big question, right? There's this one, which should be okay because it's stuck. So that must mean I got it right. There's this one, again stuck. So those should both be okay. Oh. Okay, so that opens the door. That's fine. So then there's this door, which has this stuff, and this should be okay. I think I did that one. Yeah. So that's fine. And I want to say that this one was also just already stuck, which means it should be fine. It's pushed all the way down. Yep. So then the only spot is this door. But I thought it was just like a dead end. What is the point of this room? It must be what I was thinking with, like, something is stuck here and it needs to be dislodged. Can I, like, climb up here? That seemed like a good idea. The amount of boxes is a little too much for it to not be that. That's what I was thinking, like, but there's nothing for me to grab onto, so. Doesn't seem like that's actually what I'm missing here. I feel like all of these being empty also doesn't seem right. What am I missing in this room? I'm like baffled. There's something either with this or with these holes in the wall. I'm like, what am I missing? Because there's still something with this bridge that I haven't figured out. No, that's not very helpful. All good. All good. Like, it doesn't look like I missed anything. Would these be in the room? These are what? Do I have to like... So I guess there's pipes laying around I have to find, and then I put them here, and then that's what the problem is? Did you do the work lock thing yet? I think so. There wasn't a pipe in that room. Are there only going to be 3 pipes, 1 in each room? Oh yeah, there's one here. Is there one in here? Yep. My brain does for gores all the time, Master. Still missing 1 pipe. Add another job to the list, Leo the plumber. Catch up to Barbie, the person with the most jobs ever. I feel like I saw a meme about somebody else who has a bunch. Oh, I don't know. Does Barbie have more jobs than Johnny Sins? That guy, certainly all over the place, you know? Where's the last pipe? Not in here. I guess I could see Barbie being it though, because they just released the dolls with like a bunch of different outfits, right? So if they say each outfit counts as her having a job, then is there one in this main room somewhere? based on the outfit. That's why it's like it's on its own. It's a standalone record. Good, I don't. That makes sense. Maybe I formatted it wrong? Because it just kind of like auto-targeted. Ah. Okay, that repaired it. Oh. What? How about my crank? Aha. Okay. So now I should be able to lower that bridge. Back after Lord knows how long. Hey, at least you're back. That's what counts. Hopefully you got what you needed to done. So now I can lower this bridge. Yeah. Why? Needs a push? How do you want me to push it? Throw something at it, the tried and true method. Well, that didn't work. Oh, okay, there we go. The morgue, ooh. Creepy.
Do you see, Daniel? It has yielded. What? The shadow. Has? For now. Come, let's get this out of here so we can get some peace.
Yes, let's. Where to?
Just down the corridor, to the morgue.
Are there more dead men there?
You did well, Daniel. Come, let's get going. anything, Daniel. Do you hear me? Have you changed your mind?
So he's actually talking to me? I fear for Daniel, for he's reckless. He's tainted by the approaching shadow and will not be able to pass the gate. Will he be able to accept this in the end? My love, I've seen evil in him. How am I to trust him with the truth? What cruel irony that I have to do unto him what Agrippa did unto me. Vaccine trials. The vaccine enabling my men to work in the fungi-ridden sewer is a definite success. Unfortunately, only a few of the servants have been remedied as the procedure proved difficult. The others will perish, and eventually I will have to create more of them to keep my experiments running. Note that an injection of vaccinated blood will work as a shield long enough to pass the sewers without any risk of infection. It will do fine for prisoner transport. The strange deaths among my servants and prisoners have finally been resolved. It seems the drain sewer, which has recently opened, has been for use as a means of transport, is plagued by a peculiar poisonous fungi. The victims seem to have suffered an extremely quick outbreak of sickness affecting the entire body. Some of my men, including myself, are blissfully spared by the calamity, but it is clear that this cripples my progress. The prisoners die quickly, and their contaminated vitae lacks the energy I need. I shall immediately start working on a vaccine. Get off the table. Corpse is only a day old. Ah. Hello. When in doubt, just throw stuff because that ought to get them scared. True. So many dead people. Who's that gigantic cockroach? Damn, I ran out of oil. Get your feet out of my face. I ain't into that. Why are there two of you in here? Come on, one per box. What am I looking for in here? Ah! No. I have to inject his blood into me? Alright, so there's an item I'm missing. There were two paths, so maybe it's over here.
What happened? Why are all these dead? Where am I? What's happening? Help! Anybody! Help!
I have a feeling he was not helped.
2, 3 days now. This is ridiculous. Why doesn't someone come to this room? Hey! Anybody! Am I all alone here? Help! Help! I'm
Oh.
Will I wake from this nightmare? If not, I pray my heavenly Father will take me in my sleep.
Help! Help!
Help her! Find a way!
Help who? Why are you so slow, Daniel? Alright, just injected myself with this guy's blood. Fun times. I can't take it back. Well, now I can go downstairs. Oh boy. You think they could have hired me as a voice actor for this game? Good question, Master. I was kind of assuming Daniel, but the voice didn't sound like him, so maybe Alexander? Why is my sanity at the bottom? I'm standing in light. Daniel, relax. You're okay. Just stare at this. Jenny, you didn't like my line? You seem to be typecasting yourself as the noise-making man, not really any voice lines with words. Yeah, you could voice act the monsters. Thank you. I found my new calling in life. Voice acting the Amnesia monsters. It wasn't the vibe. Yeah, it probably sounded more like beached whale than a monster. Daniel, it's so bright. Chill. I mean, what am I even supposed to do to recover it if I have no oil? So I can't use my lantern. And just standing next to light isn't helping. You're in such a bright spot. I'm just gonna force you to keep going then if you're gonna be a jerk. Into the sewer. On God, bro. On God. Why'd they throw an enemy at me as soon as I come down here? Not where I should be. In terms of sanity, I agree. You're insane in the membrane up in this joint. Nobody conveniently left oil for me just sitting in the water. Honestly, the disrespect. Aha. Fully refilled lantern? Once again, just doesn't want to actually tell you what to do. Well, that makes the sounds like stop. Does that mean it's right? That's what you sound like. Alright, that's probably long enough of waiting. The hell, you came from this direction and it's closed. I don't think that hole was there before, was it?
What's happening? What are you doing? Let me go! Please, don't take me! Nobody ever returns!
Just throw him into this thing. Ow! Alright, well, let's go check this side. Why not? Can I like jam this into the spinny wheel thing? No. Aha. Well, I'm gonna need something to get through that too then, I guess. And I assume I can't just smack it with my hammer? Uh-huh. So I have to go this way. Wow.
Daniel,
What happened
turn
to you?
around this instant. You are carrying
buddy?
the shadow with you.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. I said, what happened? What happened? Ow! Fuck. What the heck? Ah! Okay. Damn, relax. Take your fucking arm. Damn. I don't get it. This is a dead end. Stop. That creature? What is that creature? This isn't really boding well. Alright, he's leaving already. He got bored. Very short attention span. But I won't complain. Makes my life easier. This guy right here, he needs to move. Look at him. just standing there, menacing. There's nothing I can like throw to distract them? Because it seems like this is just a square area and they're both gonna go that way. Creatures in this game are not only scary on a terror level, but also when they scare you from scare. They're scary to look at if you have the courage to do so. I don't have like anything to throw to get his attention. I guess I could like take one of the body parts and then throw it. Will you stop? That's a good, I feel like for a horror thing to really succeed, the most important things are the atmosphere and the atmosphere and like the monster design. Nice. My plan worked. The distraction was a great success. Oh, fuck! Jeez! Why was he suddenly right behind me? And he one-shots me? How do you do me like that? Gotta be a good story and atmosphere for me, so close. Good story is definitely important. I mean, I think a good story is important for, like, all types of media or genres. I would say, at least for horror, I don't know if I'd put the story as peak. Like, I feel like a drama, like, the story is the most important thing. But certainly, I care a lot about the story, so I would definitely like a good story. Oh, he's not here this time. You good, Leo? I had a mild heart attack, but I guess I'll live. Sometimes they spawn in slightly unfair spots. You just have to do your best. I didn't realize they weren't all scripted for certain locations. That one, it seemed like they spawned inside the door I opened, and there was the guy behind me who snuck up on me. I got like double whammy. Who are these like random names these keep mentioning? Four doors. All right. Well, that's a lot of choice, I guess. just go through the one that's closest to me, and it won't open. Okay. That one opens. That one opens. And this one is already open. Alright, well, let's do it in the order that I just tried. We'll start with this one. I'm gonna save that, just in case I use my lantern a little bit more. Something's wrong with the machinery. Okay.
9th of August, 1839. I can't stop sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
I think art games, certain strategy like TD and 4X, simulation card games don't need that much of a story. Atmosphere is king there. Some of them even include monsters. Yeah, definitely those types of games. I would also say like those, just like open world life sim type games like a Minecraft, Stardew Valley. Those don't need a whole lot of story because you're really just doing it for like the adventure and the vibes and whatnot. So atmosphere is definitely important there. I would say action, adventure definitely needs a good story. RPG needs a good story. Or even racing doesn't.
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake. Can you feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander,
Yes.
soon I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
The silence is the answer. You know, speaking of like stories, a while back I had started to put together, there's a chained up guy there, a list of like my favorite stories. Just in general, like games, media, all that stuff. But I never finished it, so I should probably go back and do that at some point. Oh, he's alive.
Help me. Who's the switch? Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa.
Agree?
Who might you be? Daniel? Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den? Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel? You want to stop Alexander? Oh my, so Babylon shall fall, you say? You hurry too much. Alexander is toothless without an arm. He has one. That's not very promising at all. The sectum is basically impenetrable.
Like off the top of my head, some of my favorite game stories at least, Metal Gear Solid 4, Last of Us 1 and 2,
Really? Well, if you tell the truth,
Ghost of
by all
Tsushima.
means, seek out the pieces of the broken orb and mend away.
Walking Dead
I
Season
believe
1.
he uses them for torture now. They practically leak madness, which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them. Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there.
Yeah, I'd have to look through. I do have a list of like all the games I've played and beaten and whatnot.
I hate to bother you further, but if you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you? I know it sounds ridiculous. I mean, look at a man named Johann Weyer. Would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to help a recipe for some sort of potion, a tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
Alexander yelling through the pipes. I mean, that one at least was Agrippa, but yeah, Alexander was yelling at me earlier. Got a lot of objectives here now. Yeah, different guy. So 2 levers on the top floor aren't working, which I saw before. Problem with the machinery, so I need to fix that. I need to get an orb to enter the inner sanctum where Alexander is, so I have to find the pieces of the orb in torture rooms. There's a heavy door blocking my path, and Agrippa wants a note by a guy named Johann Weyer. It's a lot to do. You're asking a lot of me, man. Oh, like a solitary confinement cell. Okay. I'm gonna hold off on that one for now so I can finish looking at these rooms. Random crying person is back again. Picked up meat? What the heck am I gonna need meat for?
I know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of the
Welcome back, Kirby.
obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
Man, stop crying in my ear. Is that like a ghost in this room that I just let out? That must be what it used to sound like in this room, considering it's a big torture area. is like a big ritual area or something? Like, what's with this lighting? There's an enemy over there. Obviously, it would be a tickle dungeon, Leo. Alexander would never do something so cruel. Never. I mean, he seems like a real stand-up guy, so you're probably
It's like
right.
Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
Is it really just a myth? I don't like the way you said that. I don't think it is. I think you're lying to me. Just like you lie to everybody, Alexander. You jerk. Alright, so there's the enemy. Let's see when he comes back over here, and then when he leaves. Then we can try moving. No. Don't come this way. Trust me, it ain't worth it. I'm dead. Uh-huh. Why did he walk so far? What do you mean I can't throw a book at him to hurt him? Just kill me. I'll just restart knowing that he can walk that far. He can support quite the lean, I noticed. I don't think I could hold my upper body like that. Honestly, same. What is this place that I just spawned into? What? Like a sacrificial altar or something? Was I supposed to die? All is lost. I must start over once again. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I've tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I'll have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Wait, I'm back here? I'm confused why I respawned here after dying. Where did I... So I probably came from the left. And then I ran into there to try and escape. So let's just try going straight across this time.
August 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to
I
do
have
what
not,
is
Kirby,
needed.
no.
I spend my time helping out the prisoners. being around these degenerates.
I'm not
makes
sure I
me
would.
ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment
Just
with
because
any
of
kind of
the nature of
dignity.
VTubing.
They taunt me with their lies of innocence
But
and their
never say never,
cowardly
I guess.
pleas
Who's
of
to
mercy.
say I don't have
What can make a
100,000
man
subscribers
fall so
someday and
far
decide
from
to?
the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall
Daniel
be ready.
was doing some of this stuff, huh? A bucket of tar. All right. So another key item. That sure is loud. Would compromise my identity with the time travel spies. They would know for sure it was him from the future. That's a great point, Master. You're right. If I face revealed, they would know exactly who to target in the future to prevent me from being able to save VTubers from their unfortunate fate. Something crazy in here. What is this? So this is probably where the orb goes? Yeah. So I bet this is like the final boss fight or something, right? If this is where Alexander is, like this is his inner thing and you need an orb to get in. Ah! I mean, I knew that wasn't gonna go well, but I was so curious. Okay. So now I'm definitely gonna need to heal.
Is this guilt I'm witnessing, Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
Get up, Daniel. We got exploring to do. Come on. So this is where I respawn.
The shadow. It's close now.
With the altar. So I think I've checked every area in this section, so I'm just gonna have to go through a different one now. As expected. Okay, so
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
wow. This dude's a sadist. Alright, so yeah, I feel like I've done everything down here. I want to say there was one, maybe two more doors up here that I hadn't gone through. So I already checked this one. This is the broken machinery? Yeah. So that leaves, and I just went through that one, so let's do this one. I think this is locked. Yeah. And this one is just a dead end. Great. Okay. So,
Just like Regent's Park.
I guess we have to go back to where we were the first time, and I missed something down there. Because there's a lot of things on my objective list.
Ah, you get it. What lever? Oh, that. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it. Me? I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa.
Alexander's even taller than Daniel. 6'3". Jeez, a lot of tall people in this game, huh?
Dead hustle for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds, I presume. Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient. By me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really might, none other than Johann Ryan. You've never heard of Johann Ryan? My God, his brother is the greatest man in history, and you don't know him? Or is it the world has forgotten him? Ryan was my pupil. My pupil. Yes, I do take pride in that. Is it so wrong? Dad, good to see you. Do you know Matthias?
What am I, like, not getting? There's so many objectives, but it seems like there's nowhere to go. I mentioned orb pieces in the torture rooms, but there's like... Alexander has an Andrew Ryan vibe. I could totally see that. I love BioShock. I really need to play Infinite. I still haven't. I am just in another, like, baffled mode. Like, there's so many... I went in every single torture room and there was not a piece of it in a single one. Like, what am I missing there? There was that trap door thing to look at the machinery, but... Unless I was supposed to climb in it somehow.
Find her!
I can't do anything here. Oh wait, did it say it won't budge? Okay, so I can't use any of my items on it. This was the orb position thing, I think. So nothing to do in here. It just seems like every single spot there's nothing to do. Like, I must be able to do something with my items, but what? This is the altar that I respawned at. Like, what the hell? Like, what? There's literally nothing I can do. I don't understand. I checked every single room twice now. Except for those, like, second floor torture chambers. Even go back again. So I'm still missing something. I feel like the only lead I have is that trapdoor in the ceiling in that little room. Maybe I need to get in there somehow? Like, that machinery will let the big doors open and then I can explore all of those areas?
How are things coming?
Terrible.
Not many
Nothing makes
left.
sense.
They sometimes consume themselves or break, then used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found him. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brandenburg.
Ah.
I was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of carbon temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder since the fall of the slave day, he was able to unshackle the heart you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide beyond the world itself.
Maybe that thing that I just did will make the machinery work? I assume I can't just break this down. Yeah. Alright, let's go back up. See if that turned on or let the levers work now. I never was and still not very good at puzzle games. Abstract thinking was never one of my strong points. More of a linear thinking. I would probably say I'm on that same track as you, Master. I still enjoy puzzles as long as they don't feel cheap.
Whatever it takes.
Like, I don't like stuff that just is obnoxiously tricky. Like, I'm not much of a riddle type person. Okay, so that did fix the levers. That cleared a couple things. So what did that actually do then? This door is still going to be blocked. I still can't climb down. This is a dead end. Which means it must have opened up something on the lower floor.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
If I was your friend, you wouldn't try stopping me. Well, actually, that's not true. You should stop your friends sometimes. Depending what they're trying to do. Riddler collectibles in Arkham killed me. I had to look for each one. Okay, so the Riddler ones are actually one that I did like.
Dad, good to see you. You got the
Yeah, I
doors
really
open.
didn't mind those.
Good going. I knew you could do it.
Okay, it did open these big doors. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. But I guess there's an addendum to the Riddler ones too, and that is that I much preferred the ones in Arkham Asylum over, like, Arkham City. Because, frankly, Arkham City had way too many. And then Arkham Knight was even bigger. I was like, I can't. It's too much. But the original Arkham Asylum was one of the, like, yeah, thinking maybe this is a good point for the meat. Get whatever monster's down there to grab it. Picked up the remains. A mucus-covered bone. What do you want me to do with that? Disgusting.
Was there something else? Me, powerful. Not so very.
Clapping. Thank you, Kirby. Thank you.
I've done all
Big
that I
brain
can
mode to solve
escape
that.
this prison. Now,
What kind of mucus are we talking about? It could be valuable. That's true. Certain people would probably pay if it was specific people's mucus. Like the bathwater stuff. In court, the Order of the Black Eagles spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Agrippa channels Weyer. Weyer taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and he still insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Weyer claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If you could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they're capable of. I've seen their deception. Optimism is the most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Weyer told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tamper. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. Oh, that's probably what the mucus is. The choir seems like a fertile grounds for the sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Gross. Tamper, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this word. Simply writing the word in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Karnk. Karnk? I'll have to address Weyer with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. So there's the entrance to the choir there. There's the entrance to something else over there.
You found Vi's recipe. Then there might still be a chance. Listen carefully. Alexander is working on opening a gate, a door to another world. It's where he wants to go. If you could put your anger aside, let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass the gate, Daniel. Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic Via describes. And do so before you assemble the orb. The barrier keeping you from the inner sanctum will only be breached for a short time. Unless everything is taken care of before mending the orb, you won't be able to save me.
So that added the 3-ingredient mixture thing, and that he wants the tonic. Okay.
My pupil, Johann Weyer, said he'd found a way to take me with him.
Okay.
Beyond the stars.
So I think,
But
given that I have the hard stop by 6:30, and that 6:18 right now,
and now
probably makes sense to stop here so that I don't... Because I know if I start one of these 2 new doors that showed up, and actually enter the new area, I'm going to want to keep exploring it. So that's a risk I can't take right now, because I have my hard stop.
I've always hoped Fire would return.
So I'm just going to save and quit here. Alright, well that was good progress, I think. There was like 2 different points where I got pretty caught up with trying to figure out how to progress through certain barriers, but it really wasn't bad. I was going to say something, but I thought you mentioned it, so you'd probably remember. Yeah, I've been glancing at the clock throughout just to make sure that I don't want to be that guy who... especially because I know I have a tendency to say, alright, I think this is a good stopping point, and then chat for another hour after that. So, I definitely wanted to not end up going until like 6:50 and then being like, oh shit. Because I don't want to keep them waiting. So I gotta make sure to do the stuff I need to before then. Unfortunately, yes, Kirby, I can't... I would like if I could go longer, but since I have that harder stop, I unfortunately can't today. But I'll definitely play some more Amnesia and continue this either next week or the following week or something. But it will be upcoming for sure. That was interesting. Yeah, it's been interesting seeing how stuff is progressing. A lot of progress. We even got a couple Leo jump scares. That we did. Yep, 1 or 2 of those is definitely going to end up as a short, Master. Good eye for the types of things that I like to make the shorts. Speaking of shorts, that's another thing I need to do after I log off before he gets here. Hope we'll see you one of these days, Leo. Bye. Have fun with your friend. Thank you, Jenny. I will try my best to. I'm sure I will. Hopefully see you on an upcoming stream as well. And hope you have a good rest of your day. Alright, so before I end, I have one more stream. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern. Just more YuGiOh Master Duel. They added the 3rd Kagari, so I can finally add that to my deck. I'll probably focus on the rank stuff to try and go from silver to gold since the new season started. But we'll see how it's going during it. Kagari at 3 tomorrow, let's go. Let's go! You will. I'm sure, Jenny. Yeah, I'll try to be here. Sounds good, Jenny. Although I'm pretty sure you were here for last Sunday when I was doing it. And it's the same game. I think you were mostly lurking, which is totally cool. Like I've said, I usually lurk when I watch streamers I like, so I totally get and vibe with lurking. We'll see. I'm starting to try and think about what I want to do next week. Why is there a stream for December 2023? So that's just a, it's not actually a stream, Kirby. It's just where I post my schedule. So I post my schedule for the coming week in 3 different places: on Twitter, on my YouTube community page, and on that thing. So the reason that I schedule it as a stream for the end of the year is so that if you go to my YouTube homepage, it will always show up on the front with just the box saying my schedule, and then if you click on it, it'll just have my schedule and what I'm going to be doing for that week. So it's not an actual stream. It's really just a way to get my schedule on the front page of my channel so that people can look at it. Because they might not think to look at my Twitter or look at my community page. So that's the only other place that they might see it. Okay, yeah, I thought I remember you being there, and then... Actually, you know what? I think the short that I posted yesterday, when I was editing it, I could see the chat piece of it, and I think you were in there. So you had said, like, this seems super intense. Yeah, it was during a big battle. Alright, so as much as I wish that I could play longer or stay and talk, I think I will end it there. So thank you very much for coming to the stream and watching. I hope that even though I pushed it earlier and I couldn't go as long as I normally would, that you had fun watching it. I do appreciate you spending your time with me and watching and engaging with me. It's always very fun. So, like I said, tomorrow I will have Master Duel at 2. No stream on Monday, but I will be planning for the next week. I have some ideas in mind for games and other types of streams. I was also thinking, like, since I have such a hard time just deciding sometimes, that, like, I would just do a poll on my community page sometimes, just like, I can't decide what I want to do for my 4th stream this week. Here's the options. Vote. And whatever gets the most votes wins. That's what I'll do. I might have to resort to that sometimes. Or, like, I'll pick a genre of game, but then I can't decide which game, so then you can pick which game in that genre. That type of thing. Or, like, if I'm doing a tier list, what type of tier list should I do? Characters? Like, how much I like a character? How down bad I am for characters from a certain thing? Fruits and vegetables? I don't know. There's a lot of options, but I'm thinking about trying to include that community stuff just to, like, you know, maybe there's something that I kind of thought would be good, but then it gets no votes, so I know people aren't really interested in it, and I could skip it. Who knows? Anyway, it was just something I was kicking around. Have a good night. Yeah, all good. Anytime is a good time. Anytime is a good time. That's what I like to hear. Bye, Leo. We'll see you next time. That's a good idea. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, it helps my indecisiveness, and I feel like then it would help make you guys feel just more involved, I guess, and helping shape. Especially, like, whenever I'm finally able to do, like, a community game night type of thing, like, whether that's, like, dueling people in YuGiOh, or, you know, like, Fall Guys, or Among Us, or I don't know. There's a bunch of different options, like Gartic Phone, all that type of stuff. Like, when I'm able to figure out which game I might want to do, and I have a large enough group that I feel like it's worth it, then I can just have it up for a vote. Like, what would be most fun to play together type of thing. Yeah. Food tier list is always fun. I know that can get pretty intense. People disagree over spices and, like, I don't like pineapple, and I feel like most of my friends and family are always like, how do you not like pineapple? Like, I don't know. I've just never really liked it. Anyway, I know I'm going to start talking a bunch if I do that. Now it's 6:26, so I definitely need to go. But thank you again for coming to the stream. I hope you had fun. I had fun. Hopefully see you tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then on an upcoming stream sometime next week. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend and a good night and evening. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. I pressed the wrong button so it didn't switch to my end screen. How? Alright, I'll try that again. Bye-bye.